Hello, hello, and welcome everyone. Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let me see what we got here. Let me see if YouTube can get me on here. I'm not seeing anything. I don't know what's going on here. Oh, I guess it's just not coming in. Okay. Let's see what else we got here. All right, welcome, 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 everyone. I don't know if everybody's getting notifications, but something seems off here. But we're going to get this show on the road. I don't know why this is sticking around. Oop, why this do this? Okay, let's go back. Let's see, get back on here. Okay. Over here. It's got a shadow. Where is that shadow coming from? That's weird. Where is that shadow coming from? I haven't seen that before. Let me see something. I have not seen this before. Oh, maybe I didn't flip it down. Let's see. Okay, I think there we go. There they go. There they go. All right. All right. Welcome, welcome, welcome. PICK-3 at a glance family. Welcome everybody. Hope everybody's having a great day. What's going on here now? Okay, I'm trying to get this chat going. All right. Hope everybody's having a great day. Welcome to PICK-3 at a glance. OPPB. That's my acronym for be organized, be patient, be persistent, stick with a budget, don't play no more than you can afford to lose. I don't like to use the term lose because I don't want to put that in our energy cycle. But with PICK-3 at a glance, we shoot to putting everybody in the window circle. And if you're tracking the actual 1,000 numbers, you'll see that there will be a difference in the way you play for the simple reason that when you're tracking all 1,000 numbers, you can play more patiently. Okay. Let me see if I can quiet these kids down for a little bit in a minute. Hey man, can you shut the door? Thank you. They're out for summer school, so know how they go. They play inside like they play outside. Okay. So tracking action 1,000 numbers will give you patience. It did for me. It changed how I played the game because I had patience because I could see what the actual 1,000 numbers were doing in my state. So that's how I came up with it. I took 22 numbers on strategy number one, learned to do the 1-1-1 rundown on 22 numbers, and gave me 22 columns. And those 22 columns allowed me to have all 1,000 numbers and their possible combinations. And that was a game changer for me because I could, every time a number could come in, I could see what column that number came off of. And I could mark it off the columns. And then after that, I could see how long, because I did a sheet like this here. I did one every month. So I could also not only see what numbers didn't fall off or what columns, I could also see what columns didn't fall every month, which was a game changer for me. It really was. Because if I found a column didn't fall for 3 months, especially on the singles, which give you 60 numbers, I would automatically go to that column and get my numbers off of it. And that helped me increase my winnings greatly. Okay, so that's basically what you have to do. You have to track all 1,000 numbers to see what's going on with the PICK-3. And like I said, it was a game changer because I started playing more for fun and not just for winning. Because I could see when the numbers, how the numbers were rotating. I could see just about how long it takes for a number to hit. And then when I added the other three strategies, tracking the single pairs, single digits, and the front pair and back pair, it really opened my eyes to what being patient to win is all about. So what I did here with this sheet here, I went back. This, when it gets to the middle of the year, I'll go back and collect all the data from June all the way back to January of 2024. And what I do, everything here in pink that's highlighted, it's like a summary sheet for me to keep an eye on what's going on for the whole year. Everything that's in pink highlighted is the numbers that came out. Everything that's not highlighted is the numbers that are left for me to play. Working with the law of average, okay? When working with the law of average, now I know what numbers are due on each column from June all the way up to December. All right? And I don't do it on the pairs or the single digits. All I want to do is do the 1,000 number combination. Because right here, each one of these columns is 60 numbers, because on straights, each one of these numbers can come 6 different ways. And with them coming 6 different ways, that gives you 60 numbers on these columns you're looking at a glance and knowing what's going on with them. Okay? And you got 12 of these columns and 12 numbers up here, which I call base numbers. With those 12 numbers, times 60 gives you 720 of the 1,000 numbers you're looking at with just this little portion right here. And always know what's going on with them in your state if you're tracking. And it simplifies everything for you. Because if you got a column here that didn't hit in 3 months, you know that 60 numbers ain't hit in 90 days. And when you winning and looking for numbers, that's why I say you don't really need the grids, the root sums, the date sums, the tic-tac-toes, and those multiple different rundowns, because you got everything here right in front of your eyes. Every day you use this sheet, you know something, you're learning something, you know what number didn't fall or what number did fall, all at a glance. And now for these numbers, you lessening the pool of the numbers you need to play. Then you building a bucket list off the numbers that haven't played. Because working with the law of average, the likelihood of those numbers coming in now are greater. They're greater. So that's why every year, what I do with the PICK-3 at a glance sheet, by June, I go back from June to January, and I make a summary sheet. I call this a summary sheet. And eliminate all the numbers. So at a glance, I'll know what numbers that came off all the columns. And then also, I've got sheets where I track the actual numbers each month. From January, February, March, April, May, and June. That's how I keep tracks of the columns and knowing how long it takes for them to play. See, when you start tracking the actual numbers, can't nobody tell you nothing. That's just all I can say it. Because you're gonna know what's going on with all the numbers. You're gonna know what number fell in what column. That's why you can't see that with the grids, the root sums, the tic-tac-toe, the date sums, and the multiple different rundown strategies you got out there, because they trying to find out what numbers coming in the next day. Nothing out there is going to tell you what's coming in the next day. Nothing. Period. The only thing you have to your advantage is working with the law average. And you got 1,000 numbers. Them numbers rotating randomly. No rhyme or reason to how they're going to hit and fall, other than you being able to track them and working with the law average. There's no rhyme or reason, no system, no strategy going to tell you what numbers come the next day. The only thing you can do is follow the numbers and see what the numbers in your state are doing. All the numbers rotate different in all the states. I got a guy that's been hitting in North Carolina. I think every week he's sending me tickets he winning off of, and I post them. But the numbers are falling in his area the way he can track them and win. But they ain't gonna track like that in Illinois. You just have to keep watching and wait till the numbers line up. When they line up, you pounce on them, and that's what he's been doing and winning. You know, so that's why this is so important. You don't have to guess what numbers you're playing anymore. Now you will always have that 1 in 1,000 odds randomly numbers, but when you playing a number and looking at it on your sheet and seeing how the number's falling, you don't have to do any guessing anymore. You won't have to do any guessing. Okay, so what I did, this is what I do every year. Toward June, I try to eliminate half of the year's numbers to see what's done fail. And at a glance, I can say, okay, I know always 015 ain't failed for the 6 months, or whatever number. I'll know that ain't in pink. See, yep, that's the only one off this column that ain't failed. So if I look at this, and then I realize this column ain't hit in 3 months, this 015 gonna be my main number to play. Because by law average, it's going to come out. Same here. Any of the numbers, like I know that the 1, 2, 4, and the 2, 3, 5 just fell. See there? I got it. I'm trying to explain the sheet. I'm trying to explain the sheet. I ain't marked it off. I just put this sheet together. So I'm trying to tell you. See, the 2, 3, 5 just fell yesterday. Evening draw, just like that. That's why you need to track the numbers and know what they're doing. But I'm going to go more into it. And then I did the same thing with the doubles. That's the only thing you have to do. You do the doubles the same way from January to present. And see here, I marked off all the doubles that fell on each column. And these come 3 different ways. So you only get, you get 30 to a column that you're looking at. Not just 10 numbers, because you're looking at 30. And you got your triples the same way here. Only thing came out was 777. So you know everything at a glance is what's going on with them 1,000 numbers. You don't have to guess. Okay? And you got the triples. So you got 10 of the doubles, and you only got 9 that come, 3 different ways. Triples only come one way. And that's 270, because you take 9 times 30 gives you 270, plus the 10 gives you 280 of those 1,000 numbers, plus the 720 gives you all 1,000 numbers you're looking at with 22 little columns. And you'll always know what's going on with your numbers. So now I got this, my a yearly summary sheet toward the end of the year. So I'll go ahead, since I do have it, I'm going to circle, but I'm going to highlight. So this is my summary sheet. And then we're going to go right into, I guess I can say it's the lesson, but I want to show you there is a little work that you're going to have to do to get to where we are. But once you do this, everything else is smooth sailing, because you're going to always have the data to refer back to at a glance. Now I'm going to go ahead and mark off this 2, 3, 5 since I pointed it out right here. See, on my summary sheet. So this is my summary sheet. That way I can look at it and say, okay, okay, this is numbers that I need to be playing off of here, or off of here, or there, at a glance, by following your own numbers in your own state. No, you don't need to go nowhere looking for numbers, because you got them all right here in front of your face. Okay, so we're going to go to the 2, 3, 5 that came. And this here is the monthly sheet. See? This is for June. And as the numbers come in, I mark them off here. I mark them off for the monthly sheet. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to use the PICK-3 at a glance strategy. All right, and if you're new here, during the chat, I off the chat here, the strategy works. Not me doing. I'm state specific for Illinois, but anybody can use this strategy and learn. I don't give out numbers. I can't just go and do a state. You follow me. My strategy is simple to use, and you use it. It works if you work it. But I can't just say go to Boston. What I'm doing here right now, David, if you following what I'm doing and you put these sheets together, I can send them out to you, or you can just write the numbers down. Um, write the numbers down and make the master sheet. Or as you go along, that's going to be your starting point. Then you'll see how to do it. But I'm stay specific. But anybody can do this. And I'm going to take my time and go slow with it. If you're very new, you should be able to get it. And the strategy is called PICK-3 at a glance, tracking all 1,000 numbers on Mark Williams, all 1,000 numbers. Simple and easy to use. I'm going to go into showing everybody how to use it. It's very simple. But you can, at a glance, you look at all 1,000. Ain't no tic-tac-toe, no date sums, no grids, no root sums, or none of that to worry about. Because you're tracking the actual 1,000 numbers. For Illinois, yesterday the number that came in was 235. All right? So I'm going to do a 1111 rundown on 235. All right? So I can show you how to do the 111 rundown. So we can find what column that 235 that came in last night would fall under. And this is how it goes. Nope, there's no plus or minus. The one rundown, it's a plus. You can say it's a plus, but I'm finna do it right now, and you'll see. I try to wait and I guess and get into chat. I use the chat at the end, but to help, I can see I had eye surgery, so it kind of makes it easy for me not to try to read and explain. But I see what you're saying. You say it's a plus or a minus. The 111 rundown is going to be plus. Okay, so maybe you might help me out here. I might be a little slow, Mark, and I appreciate it if you just give me a little time here. But you'll get what I'm saying here because it's very simple. That's why I made it easy for me to explain to anybody. So here we go. The 235 came in, Illinois evening draw. All I'm going to do is add 1 to each one of the numbers, not a minus, but a plus. I always use plus. Now, years ago, they used to do a minus, Mark, but I changed it because it was too complicated for me. I didn't do good in math in school. I didn't. So all you're doing is adding 1 to each one of these. So you go 1, 2, 3. 1 to 2 is 3. 1 to 3 is 4. 1 to 4 is 5. 1 to 5 is 6. 1 to 6 is 7. 1 to 7 is 8. 1 to 8 is 9. 1 to 9 is 0. 1 to 9 is really 10. But in lottery math, you only work with single digits, period. You always sum up a number to one number. All the numbers you always sum up to one number. So 1 to 9 is 10, but you don't use the 1 on the left-hand side. You just use the single digit of a 0. Then 1 to 0 is 1. And then 1 to 1 is 2. Same number at the top, you get at the bottom, you add it correctly. Now, if you add and you don't get this 2 again at the bottom, then you add it again and you still don't get the 2, I suggest you go get you some quick picks because I can't help you because you worse than me in math and both of us worse in math. We ain't going to get nowhere. So I say get some quick picks. We in trouble. So here you're going to add 1 to the 3 and you're going to add 1 to 3, you get 4. 1 to 4, you get 5. 1 to 5, you get 6. 1 to 6, you get 7. 1 to 7, you get 8. 1 to 8, you get 9. 1 to 9, you get 0. 1 to 0, again, you get 10 again. But 1 to 0, you get 1. 1 to 1, you get 2. and 1 to 2, you get 3, like that. And then it's basically just counting straight down. 1 plus 1 is 2. As simple as that. So here you go. Hello, hello, everyone. Hey, Seashell. And then you add 1 to the 5, you're going to get 6. 1 to 6, you get 7. 1 to 7, you get 8. 1 to 8, you get 9. 1 to 9, you get the 10 again. You go through, and you just count straight down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And like I said, if you don't come up with this number at the bottom, that's at the top, and you didn't did it again, we both in trouble. Because I ain't gonna know how to explain it to you after that. So, but that's it. Now here, when I say I took 22 numbers and did this very, very a 111 rundown on it, it's 22 numbers. I did 12 single numbers, which is 12 single numbers, and 10 other double numbers. I hope you can see it. 10 other double numbers, singles and doubles. And that gave me 22 numbers that you can do in one rundown on it, and you got all 1,000 numbers and their possible combination. That's why I say you don't need the tic-tac-toe, day sum grids, and all that stuff, because when you get through with this, all that's going to be included. You'll be able to see everything. So out of these 22 numbers that I call base numbers, one of these base numbers will always be in that rundown, okay? One of those will always be in the rundown. And here you go. I know from, and once you start doing this, you'll automatically know what the base number is. I had a subscriber help me to something that was really is good. And all the time I've been doing this, it never dawned on me that all my base numbers have a 0 in them. So automatically you're going to look at the 0 numbers first. I know that's this 780 is not one of my base numbers, but this 902. My base number is 013 right here. You'll memorize them, but I have other methods I'm going to show you though. Just bear with me. This might be a little long, but so this is the base number. And I'm going to go to this 013 column with my master sheet for June. Okay. Now, this is the master sheet of the singles right here. And you look for column 013. And that 013 is on the column 2 right here. See it on the column 2? Then you go down column 2, and here it is, your 235, the 235. And you're going to circle it. Bam, you're done. So that's how it works. You're going to take your math, you do your 1-1 rundown. And like I say, these 12 numbers here are the straights. They can come 6 different ways. See that there? You did the 1-1-1 rundown on it, and here's your 235. Here's your base number. You go to find that base number, which is on the column 2. All this will come to you once you do it a couple of times. You're gonna find this 013. Go down, find your data. Your winning number came in for a day. Mark it off. Bam. Okay. Just like that. Now, they have an app that you can use on your phone that does the 1-1 rundown for you. If you're bad in math as I was, I wish I had it when I started, because, man, I did all this longhand. Went back all those numbers. I went back 2 years doing the 1-1 rundown on all those numbers for 2 years. But, you know, when you want something, you want to accomplish something. And I thought I was owning something with this, and I really was. I was willing to, to do that, and it worked out pretty well for me. In fact, worked out real well. And that's why I was looking to share it with everybody I could. I wanted to try to do a book, and that didn't work because I was still working. And then I tried to really try to find somebody on YouTube to help me start it, and nobody wanted it. Nobody wanted it, so I went alone. It took me a while, but I learned some things on how to do it on YouTube and started this channel. Never would have thought in 1,000 years I'd been doing it. But here's an app. It's called PICK-3 Rundown Apps. And also I have a link if you can't get it down on your phone. Some people have trouble finding it on their phone. And it's called PICK-3 Rundown app. Okay. And what you do is the same thing I did longhand. When you download this app, you can do it in a matter of seconds. Like here is a lime color app. You hit here. And what you're going to do, it should pop up here in a minute. Just give me a minute. I don't know if my fingers have lost the static to it or something, but when I hit these buttons, they don't want to work. All right, say Blind Squirrel LLC. Hope you can see that, yeah. And your winning number that came in for the day, which is 235, you're going to punch it in. 235, 235. Hit the 5. See there, my thing, I don't know what's going on with it. Now, see the 111 rundown right here? All these are different rundowns that they try to use to figure out what numbers coming the next day. There's no such thing. Use this 111 rundown. You're going to hit this here. And it does it for you. See all the numbers here? Right here are the same numbers I have here. The 346, the 457, the 568, the 679, the 780, the 891, the 902, the 013, and the 124. All right. So right here, you see that the 013 is right there. Now, and you would just go, like I said, to the master sheet and mark it off, the 013 off the master sheet. And the thing is too, now, if this winning number comes in, now you know these numbers straight can come 6 different ways. If this winning number was to come in a different way, then the 013 would look different, because any way you change the number, it would change the way you would, the base number would look. So let's say it came in 532, and you hit the 1-1 rundown on it. Oh man, now here we go with this advertisement. Oh, don't do this. Let's see. We'll try it again. I might have to switch this phone up to another phone that don't bring that advertisement. Let's see. Don't bring it up on me. A little hard to teach this. I might have to change to another phone. Okay, see if it'll let me do it. If not, I'll just change to another phone. Patience. Like I say, you got to be patient, especially playing PICK-3. I'm going to change it to 5. I'm going to hit here. And if it don't work this time, I'm going to change phones. 532. Then I'm going to do the 1-1-1 rundown. See here? You're going to see that it was 013, but it's 310-9. Same number. Same number. See how it... Oh, that's the wrong one. Same number. 013 on the column 2. And the same number is the 235, if you can get that. Now, so any way that them numbers come in, the base number could be a different position, but it's the same number. You would just go to it. Another thing that people have a little bit of issue with that has happened, if the base number itself come in, because somebody did the 1-1 rundown, and at the bottom there, they couldn't find the base number. And I said, well, what was the winning number that came in? She said 130. I said, oh, that's the actual a base number. Just mark off the 013, because it can come 6 different ways. Any of these numbers can come in, see? Just because they're the base numbers don't mean that they're not accountable for, because they're all part of the 1,000 numbers. So you would just go up to the column and mark the base number off to let you know it came off that column. Ironically, I don't hate to say it, but I didn't do it yesterday. But the 902 came in the day before it, but I haven't had a chance to mark it off. I don't want to throw y'all off. But that's just for my state. You're going to have to stick with your state. But ironically, I didn't. I just noticed that. But that's not part of the strategy. Just track the 1,000 numbers. So that's how you find your winning number that comes in the day. Now, and if you're new, you know that straights, which we call, well, single numbers, which is, you need to know, comes 6 different ways. And like this winning number that came in is 235. It can come in, I hope that's a little, let me try to straighten that out a little bit better. 235, it can come 253. It can come 325, or it can come 352, or it can come 523, or it can come 532. Out of those 1,000 numbers, there's the 6 different ways it can come in. All right? So that's what they call any or box or combination. That's how you ensure your number. Okay, thanks, Mark. I guess you can call it related numbers off the columns. Whatever works for you, Mark, that's fine. As long as you get the gist of it. Thanks, Mark. So here, then here, if singles, not singles, these are singles. Doubles can come 3 different ways, like let's say 122. It can come 212, or it can come 221. So that's basically what you have here. And you know, triples can only come one way. I remember when I first started playing the lottery, and I went to the store and asked the cashier to give me triples box. And they did. I guess she knew how to play. She just looked at me and smiled and said, "Sorry, we can't play triple box." And I looked at her puzzled, because I didn't know anything what was going on. And she says, anyway they come, they gonna be straight. So you can only play triple straight, y'all. So don't do like me, go and ask for no triples boxed if you do. So I done told you. So they don't be looking at you funny like they looked at me funny when I say, give me triple zeros box. Okay, so I hope you got the gist of this here. These numbers, singles can come 6 different ways, and doubles come 3 different ways. And that's why I said here with these singles, you got to realize you're not just looking at 10 numbers. You're looking at 60 numbers on them columns, knowing everything that's going on with those 60 numbers. If you got a column ain't failed in 90 days and you hit, or you got extra money to play, you're not going to do a tic-tac-toe date sum. You're not going to do a date sum, tic-tac-toe, and things like that. All right. So, because you already looking at all 1,000 numbers, you're going to know what's going on with the numbers you want to play because you're looking at them and knowing what they're doing. Because you got 60 numbers to a column. You got 60 times 12 because you got 12 numbers. They did the 1-1 rundown on it. 720 of those 1,000 numbers you're looking at right here, and you know everything that's going to be going on with them numbers when you get ready to play them. Everything you're going to know right here with 12 columns. You can't beat it with stick. I mean, I couldn't beat it with stick when I came up with it. Okay, now, same way here with the doubles. You got 10 doubles right here. And with those 10 doubles, they can come 3 different ways. And you got one of those 10 is triples was only come one way. So that's 9 times 30. Each column is 30 to a column. 9 times 30 is 270 plus 1 for the triples is 10. So you got the 280 and the 720 gives you 1,000 numbers. 1 in 1,000 hours, people. That's all you're going to ever get. You got 1 in 1,000 hours. You got 365 days in a year. All you're going to do is get a third of those 1,000 numbers every year. Just 1/3. So that's the law average. You're only going to get 3 out of 10 for the whole year. They come exact. Say this column you play exact for the whole year. You'll only get 3 of those numbers for the whole year to come exact. Or 3 of another group the next year. 3 of another group the year after that. It takes 3 years or 4 years for these 1,000 numbers to rotate out. That's why it's so important for you to track the numbers and see what's going on with them. That's why I track my own numbers from I don't go nowhere and get them. I play straight box. It depends. I play straight box mostly, but I also play double up on numbers that I track and add value to, and as you go, you'll see. It depends on how you play. Sometimes I might just play box and don't play straight. But you build your own skill set and your own strategy for your state once you start tracking. And for as triples, let's see here. Let's see here. Give me a minute, you all. I'm gonna go on triple. I know triple. I think it was Mark. Mark on triples. I don't do triples. I only do triples after I didn't track them because you're only gonna get 3 times out of a year to do them, on average maybe. And I only do triples if no triple has failed all year up to November, December. Because then I put the law average in my favor for triples. If you try to do triples all year long, you don't know when them triples are coming. And that's how I hit my triples. And every triple I played, I've hit. Because I wait till the end of December and November to play them. After I didn't track. But I'm explaining to you how I do my triples, period. I don't play triples all year. Okay. So that's how you get, that's strategy number 1 with the singles and the doubles. Now, here. Now, I don't do triples. I don't do triples at all. I don't even waste my energy on triples. If I miss them for that year, I just miss them. Because I don't know when they come. Because last year, everybody's betting on 777s in Missouri, and you only had 2 triples to come midday, and that was 0s and 2, and only 1 triple come for the whole year on evenings was 000s. That was for the whole year on triples. Some people play triples every day just to play them, but I don't. Because they're not worth it. They don't pay no more, so it's harder to hit them. The next strategy here that I use is pairing. I put this triangle together that allow me to track all 1,000 pairs combinations, so I'll know what pairs are left each month that I'm going to carry over from month to month. Okay, so like the 235 that came in, I'll mark off, since it's got 3 separate pairs, I'll mark off the 23, the 25 pair, and the 35 pair. Okay, everything I got underlined in red lets me know didn't come out the previous month or the previous 2 months. You'll be able to make notes and build your own skill set. That lets me know, okay, I just posted that this 05 here and came out in 81 days. You don't know that with a tic-tac-toe, a date, sum, grid, flip. Now, when I win, I'm carrying this 08 right now, this 08. But I know why I'm playing it in Illinois. This is not for all states. I know why I'm playing it in Illinois. Evening draw. You want to track evening from midday and midday from evening. And if you, whatever 3 or 4 draws you got in your state, you want to track all of them individually because all the numbers going to run individually different. So you would have 3 sheets like this if you're going to track each draw. No, don't take all the numbers for all the draws off a sheet. That ain't going to work because you're working by the law average for that draw, not the law average for all the draws. Okay? I hope I got that across to you. So here, well, and that's how that works. Any of these in red are hot. And I'll probably post them too for Illinois like that. So you got 3 separate digits numbers. You got the 23, your 25, and your 35. And so any numbers that don't play, I'll move them over to the next month and light them in red or however you want to keep track of what didn't play, so you'll know what pair to pick up and play. And that's what all these are based off of, tracking and see what hasn't played, so you'll know what to play. So now if you got a triple that came in, like triple twos, you mark off the double twos. Or if you have like a double come in because only got 2 different numbers, digits, like the 448 or something like that, you mark off the 44 and the 48. But you know, I got 1,300 videos explaining pretty much the same thing. You have to go through and study those to you know, kind of get it. But you can ask me any questions. Like I say, at the end of this live, I'm going to do a Q&A also. So don't think that I'm going to overlook any of your questions or any of your comments here or anything in the chat. Okay. Now, how I won with this, the 38 pair in Missouri hadn't failed for 128 days in 2022. Hadn't failed for 128 days. And if you ain't tracking, you don't know this stuff. If you ain't tracking, how you gonna know it? That's how I win. That's how I win. By tracking the actual 1,000 numbers. And I don't guess my numbers while I'm playing them. And if I don't know why I'm playing, I don't play my birthday, I don't play anything. And I didn't track it down on my sheet. So here, the 38 pair hadn't failed for 128 days. So I knew as soon as I hit, I was going to take that 38 and wheel it. This is what I call wheeling the number, or wheel the number. And I wheeled it down. 381, 382, 383, 384, 385. I hope that see that 8. 85, 386, 387, 388, and 389. Now, something like this, when I wheel it, I play a 50-cent box for all the numbers. And then I'll see which one I think is going to be the hottest, or I've add value to from tracking. And this 385 to me was hot because it hadn't played, and also the front pair and back pair of it hadn't played. So I loaded up on this 385 and it came in, and it was a good payday for me. And that's what I'm talking about, strategizing and building a skill set. strategizing and building a skill set. And you have to be OPPB. I don't know where I get that. OPPB. Be organized, be patient, be persistent, stick with a budget. My budget's around $3 to $5. Depends on what I do a day. And if I don't play some days, I don't worry about it. Because if I miss a number, I always got my base, my pool of numbers that I got to play. That throughout the year, I'm going to win. Because I'm tracking. Okay. And that's how you do. When you got a pair that's left, you want to wheel down, especially for 128 days since you've been tracking it. You ain't guessing. You know that pair ain't been in. Like I said, I got in Illinois right now, evening draw. The 5-0 pair ain't been in for 81 days now. So if you've been playing any numbers with 5-0 in it on the evenings, it ain't been in 81 days. Okay? That's what I mean by building a strategy and a skill set. So here is strategy number 3. Right here in strategy number 3. They was talking about single digit numbers that hadn't played. So I knew the number was a single digit, but I wouldn't know what position to put that single digit number in if I was playing it or needed to play it with a number. So what I had to do here with the single digit, I said I'm gonna make 3 columns so I'd be able to track all the digit numbers on the PICK-3. So I made 0 to 9, 3 columns. So like the 235 to come in, I'll mark off the 2 on the front, the 3 in the middle, and the 5 on the end. So at the end of the month, whatever digit don't fall in what position, I know what position to place that digit in if I'm playing a number with that digit in it. Right here is my birthday, 927. Okay? The 927 is my birthday. Make sure I got this right. The 927 is my birthday because it didn't fall any last year in Illinois evening draw when I went back and backtracked for a year. So I made that my daily carry number. And so if, say I realized that this 9 don't mark off at the end of this month, then I'm going to carry over to next month. And next month, I'm going to play my 927 as 279. I'm going to place it on that back end of 729. That's how I win too. Because I know that 9 ain't filled on the back end. So I'd be crazy not to play. I'm playing the number with a 9 in it, not to put it on the back to try to hit straight. That's how I formalized to hit straight. This is when I know I'm going to play straight. I'll play this 927 straight box, and I'll play these 50 cents straight, these two 50 cents straight. Or if I'm going to play the $3, I might play this 927 straight box, that's 279 50 straight, 729 50 straight, and then the 927 $1 box. But you'll build your own strategy and your own skill set of how you want to spend your money, where you don't spend up a lot of money, because you want to make sure you got money for when it comes, you can hit it right. Or when you win, you can reinvest into the numbers that you didn't build up over time. And here, like I said, these single digits I won, and it was a big payday. Forget what year it is. It was a while back, I think. I realized that 7s didn't fall for a whole month with no number. You go a little bit. I was working then and tracking my numbers. And I was almost to the end of, let's say, July. And I realized no 7 had hit in July for a big part of the year. I'm like, wait a minute, am I tripping? Did I miss 7s in June? And I went back, and sure enough, no 7 fell with a number for the whole month. I'm like, I ain't never seen that before. So quite naturally, I loaded up on 777s. This is what I'm talking about. This is the information I look for when I play triples. If I know double sevens ain't fail with no numbers, I'd be crazy not to play 777s. So what I did for 2 months, it was like 60 days, 7th didn't play with no number. I guess that's hard to believe, ain't it? But if you track it, you'll see this stuff. And so I played 777s. I load up on 777s. I played 7-7 front. In Missouri, you can do that. Play 7-7 back. You can do that. And then, like I told you about wheeling the 7-7, I wheeled it all the way down from 770 to 771, 772, all the way down to 779. So if a double seven came, so if a double seven had came and hadn't been those triple sevens, I'd have hit that and loaded even more up on triple sevens and used that to load up. But like I said, you build your own strategy and your own skill set. So that's how that worked. And here is the front pair and back pair strategy. What I did, I took the top and bottom numbers, and these top and bottom numbers are the same right here. Top and bottom numbers. All right. They're the same. So like this 2, 3 on the front, I'll circle it off. And 3, 5 on the back. And see that 2, 3, that lets me know it is the first time it came in all year on the front. And the 3, 5 on the back, it lets me know that the 3, 5, the first time it came in all year on the back. Okay. And this is how I use it to win triples. In 2022, double ace only failed on the front January one time on the front. And for the rest of the year, all the way down to December, no ace failed on the front or the back. This is stuff this is how you build your skill set, your strategy for your state. On the front or the back. I say, okay, triple eights ain't fail. And no triple fail. And I know as 3 times out of the year, triple will fall. I got just at least 1 or 2 of them falling at the end of the year. So I said, I'm gonna play triple eights. And I told all my subscribers in Missouri to get on triple eights. And we did. And them eights came out in December. And one of my guys, he was pumping gas and where he go get his lottery tickets. And he said, one of the guys came out and said, oh man, them daggone triple eights came out. He said he stopped pumping gas and did James Brown because he got them. I said, we was all doing James Brown that day because we hit him. I called it. And that's the only way I play triples. I don't play triples all year unless no triple fall up to November or December. Then seeing something like ain't fail all year, only once on the front on January and no more that year on the back. That's what I look for. If a double zero don't fall front and a double zero don't fall back in November or December, or a double 2 don't fall on the front or the back November and December, or double 1 don't fall on the front or the back in November, December, and no triples and fail all year. If you see something like that and you don't play it, call me. I'll go play it for you. Because that's almost a shoe in, but you'll see that kind of stuff. Now, you know it ain't no guarantees, but working with the law average, the chance of it coming in, and most of my triples I win like that. Well, all of them. I don't play them anyway until I see something like that. That's what you're looking for. You got to know what you're looking for. And it's going to be easy because you're going to be able to see it. Especially on triples. Especially on triples are easy. Because if you see a double don't fall on the front and the back in November, December, you got to be crazy not to play it. Blind, crippled, or crazy one, or just don't have the money. And I ain't saying that's going to happen on regular, but that relieves me of trying to play triples and not know why I'm playing triples. People say, well, and I used to believe that certain numbers bring triples. No. It's just the way the numbers are falling. And once you start tracking, you'll realize don't no number bring no number. It ain't no rhyme or reason to the way them 1,000 numbers gonna drop. And once you start tracking, you're gonna see that. It ain't no rhyme or reason. No number don't bring. I used to think this stuff, y'all. But I had to clear. When I started tracking, I my whole world opened up different. Don't no number bring no number. You got 1,000 numbers. The numbers just fall like they do. And if you track it midday or evening, if you just go midday and evening, you'll see that. You know what I'm saying? You'll start seeing that numbers don't bring numbers. I mean, occasionally it seems like that sometimes, but it really don't happen because it's been too long a time that a number might not bring that number that you've been thinking gonna come. It could be 2 or 3 years. The best thing you have is the law or average, letting the law average work in your favor as you see these numbers and seeing what ain't falling. Like I'm saying that 05 pair ain't failed in 81 days. Now, when I hit, I'm going to load up on '05. If I wheel it, I'm going to do 500, 501, 502, 503, 504, all the way down. And I'm going to play with it for a while because it ain't failed in 81 days. And I'm going to post every day that it don't fall so you all can see how long it takes for a single pair to hit. A single pair I'm talking about. So you think you're going to find a strategy or system going to tell you what number coming the next day or the next couple of days or the next couple of weeks? No, you got to track if you're a serious player. That's all I can say. I'm a serious player to a point. I just enjoy this. I make fun out of it. I don't try to get myself in no hole that I can't get out of. Been there, done that, messing with these numbers. I have plenty of restraint, but this helps me to do the restraint because I'm tracking the numbers and seeing how they fall. That's what you can. Ain't no strategy, nothing, unless you're tracking the actual 1,000 numbers. That's going to tell you what's going on. That's why I call this a total winning strategy, because you're tracking the actual 1,000 numbers. No guarantees, but you'll see a difference when you start playing. You won't feel like you behind the 8 ball trying to win. Okay, and now I need to explain the difference between flips and mirrors. Okay. A lot of people get flips and mirrors, and if you knew, it's imperative that you understand the difference between flips and mirrors, because a lot of people on YouTube got me all confused, and I'm sure they'll confuse you if you don't understand the difference between flips and mirrors. Everybody need to understand this. I had it all screwed up, and I was teaching it wrong for about maybe 3 months. So, because I didn't know the difference between flips and mirrors. I thought they was interchangeable. A mirror and flips are totally different. They're totally different numbers. Because you get one thing with a mirror and you get one thing with the flip number. Here, on mirrors, on the numbers from 0 to 9, you're going to add +5. Flips, on the numbers from 0 to 9, you're going to do a +3. That's what makes the difference. So if you add 5 to 0, you get 5. 5 to 1, you get 6. 5 to 2, you get 7. 5 to 3, you get 8. And 5 to 4, you get 9. Okay? The reason being, they call it mirrors. And they have 3 terms for mirrors. I don't think they have any term other for flips other than flip. But mirrors, they'll call it a sister number. If they know what they're talking about, they'll call it the opposite number, or they'll call it a mirror number. Okay? So I'll be consistent and just call them mirror numbers because I have interchanged them that way, but I don't want to confuse anybody. A 0 is a mirror of 5, 5 is a mirror of 0. 1 mirror is 6, 6 mirror of 1. 2 mirror of 7, 7 mirror of 2. 3 mirror of 8, 8 mirror of 3. 4 mirror of a 9, 9 mirror of 4. All right? Say the 1,000 numbers, you divide them in half. On the top, you got triple zeros to 499 are the 1,000 numbers. And then on the bottom, you have 500 to 999 on the bottom. So let's say you played 0, 1, 2, and the lottery played the 5, 6, 7. They just mirrored your number. Same way here. Here it is right here. 0, 1, 2. You play 0, 1, 2, and they played 5, 6, 7. And they just mirrored your number, or vice versa. If you played 5, 6, 7, and they played 0, 1, 2, they mirrored your number. It's important you understand that, okay? You're going to need to know when a number is being mirrored on you, or sistered on you, or the opposite number is played. That's what they say on that. Same way here. 1, 2, 3. You play 1, 2, 3. And the lottery played 6, 7, 8. They just mirrored your number. Vice versa, you play 6, 7, 8. They play 1, 2, 3, and they mirrored it on you. If you play 1, 2, 2, and they play 6, 7, 7, they just mirrored your number on you, and vice versa. If you play triple zeros, they play triple fives, they just mirrored the number on you, or vice versa. Simple. It holds true. Now this flip 3, I don't use it. I don't do anything with it, but I think it's imperative that I explain it to anybody that's following me so they can understand, because I know everybody goes to everybody PICK-3 channel and try to learn, and I still go to other channels myself. So no harm in that. To see if somebody might have a better idea or some way to make my channel better, I can pick up on ideas. But they definitely will say a flip when they mean a mirror, or they'll say a mirror when they mean a flip. So you have to know that. So here you're going to do a +3. You're going to have +3. So 3 to 0 is 3. 3 to 1 is 4. 3 to 2 is 5. 3 to 3 is 6. 3 to 4 is 7. 3 to 5 is 8. 3 to 6 is 9. 3 to 7 again, you're going to is 10, but you're only going to use the 0 and not the 1. 3 to 8 is 11. You're just using the 1. 3 to 9 is 12. You just use the 2, because you only break them down to single digits in lottery math to make it make sense. So if the lottery played, if you played 0, 1, 2, and the lottery played 3, 4, 5, they just flipped your number. If you play 1, 2, 3, and they play 4, 5, 6, they flipped your number. You play 1, 2, 3. I'm sorry, 1, 2, 2, and they play 4, 5, 5. With the flip, they just flipped your number. If they play triple zeros, and you play triple zero, and a lot play triple 3, they just flip the number. Now, how you come up with this is beyond me. It don't hold true to me, because see here, 0, 1, 2 is 3, 4, 5, but 0, 1, 2 here give you 5, 6, 7, top and bottom. You can look at that top and bottom. It's 2, 1, 3. It's 1, 2, 3 gives you 6, 7, 8, top and bottom, top and bottom. It's 1, 2, 2 gives you 6, 7, 7, top and bottom. And the triple zeros give you triple 5s, top and bottom. But here, this 0, 1, 2 is give you you're on top of still, or this 1, 2, 3 still on top, or this 1, 2, 2 still on top, and there's a triple zeros, you're still on top. So I don't know how you use this. And then nothing that don't let this hold true to me. Here, a 1 is a 4 and a 4 is a 1, but down here, an 8 is a 1 and a 1 is an 8. So I guess they got a strategy for it, and I don't know what it is, but I don't use it because I can't understand it and I can't teach it. But this here has been really good, and it's really imperative that you know mirrors and flips, the difference between them. I hope I explained that well enough for you. If I didn't, you can leave a comment. And here, the magic and the significance of that somebody, a subscriber, pointed out to me, and they said it was genius. And believe me, y'all, I ain't no genius. If it comes to math, I'm not even nowhere close to a genius. But somehow I put this sheet together and made it work. It was a lot of trial and error putting it together. But she said, do you know all your columns mirror each other? All the numbers mirror. So at a glance, you'll know if a number came and its opposite came or not, or did not come. Like, I'm going to stay in the middle here because I know you can see. Let's go with the 024. To mirror it would be 579 right there, 579. At a glance, you know if the number and its opposite fell. I'm doing the number on that 135. The mirror it is 680. There it is right there. All these columns mirror each other, even on the doubles. All of them mirror. So what you want to do, if you find a column and you tracking this every month, ain't failed in 3 or 4 months, 90 days, you want to see what number and its opposite didn't fall. Like this 024, and say this 024 didn't fall, and this mirror 579 don't fall. You want to play those two numbers, because by the law of average, one of those two is coming in. One of those two are coming in. And you start seeing it as you're tracking. Whenever you find a column, or ever find a column and its mirror ain't fail, them the numbers you want to definitely be looking at playing. Because one of the opposite by the law of average is going to come in. That's how I win. That's how I do it. So you can take these. I'm gonna call these numbers out. If you want to start, I'm gonna call them out. Column 1 is 012. Column 2 is 013. Column 3 is 014. Column 4 is 015. Column 5 is 016. Column 6 is 017. Column 7 is 018. Column 8 is 024. Column 9 is 025. Column 10 is 026. And column 11 is 027. And column 12 is 037. And I know people ask me, well, why'd you skip from 018 to 024? I don't know. Y'all gonna think I don't even know what my mind was, what my head was at to even get there. I couldn't tell you now why I skipped. I know why. I knew that I had to have a skip in there. I wouldn't keep running it like it was to get all the 1,000 numbers. I can't remember what my thinking was at that time. I was younger, about 30 years younger when I come up with this sheet. So, but somebody did ask me, well, where's the numbers in between here? Well, you don't need them because all the numbers come 6 different ways. So they're going to all include the 720 other singles. Maybe somebody can explain it better than I can. But yeah, and then it's to go from this, they asked me, how you go from the 026 to 037? I just knew that I couldn't go in a straight line. All that wouldn't make sense. So I had to find that one number that would give me the rest of the 1,000 numbers. I don't remember. I can't remember how I did it. But it works, y'all. So one of the subscribers scared me and told me they couldn't find the base number. Man, I'm like, oh, don't tell me I've been teaching this stuff and doing this stuff and it ain't adding up right. But it was the base number actually that wasn't in the rundown. So that solved that problem because I'm like, God, now you know this ain't gonna work that I've been showing this and it ain't working. But I've been doing it 30 years. It wasn't a time I couldn't find one of them winning numbers that came in off the column. So I was pretty sure it was her either misadding or it was but I mean, she opened my eyes to it being, some people might not understand that the base number could be the winning number come in and it naturally wouldn't be down in the rundown. You just mark the base number off. But that was cool. That was cool. I learned a lot from the subscribers as much as I'm teaching also. So you just want to get those. I ain't gonna worry about the triangle. You can take a picture of it and you know, screenshot it and try to follow along on your own with some of it. Go to your own state. Start back with let's go back with January and mark off all the numbers that came in on the singles using the app and on the doubles here. All these here mirror each other. So if you get, say here in column, like here, column 5, it just came out. I hit the 833. It hadn't showed up. It ain't showed. This 616 was the first number to come out. I didn't mark it off for this month because we into a new month. But this 616 hadn't been out. It was the first day of the year for Illinois' evening draw. First number to come out. And this column just hit this month, the 833. This is what I mean. It can take 6 months. This is half the year almost that anything didn't come off this column. That's why I'd say it gives you patience. It took 6 months. And you think you may be the number know what's coming next day? You ain't. And I didn't either. Okay. And then the triples fell right, and the triples was right next to it. A triple sevens came before it did. And the mirror of this, any of them, all of them got the mirror, but the 005, that's why I'm playing at 005, because that 05 ain't failed in 91 days. So I'm playing 005, and I'm playing 550, Illinois evening. And I'm playing the front pair and back pair of the 05. I got all the bases covered on that 05 except for split pairs. But, if it come, it come. But I know this 05 ain't came in no 81 days. Because you can track them all, but you can't play them all. And you don't want to get caught up trying to play all the numbers. You don't want to burn your money up. You want to have money to play. Same here. See, so this 005, the mirror of it is 550. This whole column is good to go. This 227, the mirror of it is 772. And since I won at 338, I've been playing this whole column for a couple of days now. Because I'm looking for the hit again. Because we're almost halfway through the year. And then I'll back off if my funds get lower. I'll back off and just play the 005, this 550. I play it 50 box, and then I also play those the 05 front and the 50 front and the 05 back and the 50 back, and that's a total of $3 to cover for me covering that 05 that then came in. Like that. That's how I roll with it. Or you can wheel the 05, wheel it down from 550, 551, 552. Depends on how you do it, how your money, how your budget is. So that's up to you. But every one of these mirrors, so if you find a column that ain't been in like this one here, everything on here ain't been mirrored, ain't played. So that's why I stay on it, because by working with law of average, one of the others going to come out. Because, okay, like here, I know that the 338 that came out, I know the 661 that came out. So I probably wouldn't too much trip off of those, but I would definitely be looking at playing the 116. No, not the 116. I'll be looking at playing the 227 and 772, right? I'll play that. I know this 449 and this 994, I'll play that for sure. And what's the other one I got? Oh, the 005 and the 550. I'll play those for sure. And the reason why I would be really looking at this 449 right here. Oh, where am I at? Oh yeah, on the pair sheet here. See this 44 and this 99 mirror each other. I would definitely be playing that 449 and the 994 because ain't neither one of them came out. And within the month, and I would probably, depends on my budget, for a couple of days, I just might play 444s and 999s for a couple of, just playing around, playing chump change, like I don't smoke it, I don't drink it, I don't chase women no more. I'm 73, so I got a little chump change that I can play with. So I'm good, and I'm retired, and I own everything that I got, the clothes on my back. So I'm getting goofy, y'all. Let me get ready. Let's go live. Let's go with the chat on the live. Okay, y'all. Let's go here on the live. See what we got going. See who's all here. Now, Mark, you say the numbers that alert you that a triple is coming is 2, 3, 4. I mean, hey, if it's working I tell anybody, if it's working for you, Mark, go with it, man. That's all I can tell you. And I answered Anthony about how I play straight. Yeah, it depends, Anthony. It depends on what my budget says, but mostly I play straight box. You can say that, okay? Mark said he understood. Mark says the numbers in the columns is called related numbers, friends. Okay, yeah, you can call them related numbers, whatever works for you to understand. And thanks, Mark, for that comment. Okay, yeah. Mark said he got it when he asked me, was it plus or minus? Okay. Thought I had some more on here. Yeah, okay, any other questions why I'm on here with the Q&A at the end of the live here? Any more questions? Okay, now the way you're going to get it, I know a lot of people try to get it without, interacting or commenting, but you get a whole lot faster if you ask me questions. And like I say, it's simple. And I do one-on-one coaching also. And I can send you PDF you the slips also. My email is momoneyterry@gmail.com. Okay. Momoneyterry, money, MONEY, Terry@gmail.com. If you want to email me. Okay. I think that about covered it. I hope I got everybody. So, like I always say, family, play them till they come. Make that money, y'all. Peace and love. God bless. And if you tracking, you'll soon be packing for Lucky Town. And OPPB. Be organized. Be patient. Be persistent. And have a budget. And when I mean persistent, be steady with the numbers you're playing. Don't be jumping on and off those numbers. Because as soon as you jump off of them, and I know you've been there and done that, is that number comes in and you then lost your money. Be patient. You'll see. The tracking actual numbers are going to give you patience. That's all I can tell you. But if you ain't tracking, you don't know why you playing the number. So jumping off of it ain't going to be no thing for you. Because you ain't going to know how long to keep it or see what it's doing. Because when I pick up that '05, I might play it all month for another 30 days. Play that combination for another 30 days. That's how you do it. Another 60 days, depending on my budget and how long I want to play it. Nothing for me playing numbers 90 days, 60 days. So when I hit, I always got numbers that I'm going to run into that I'm going to hit even harder on in the long run. All right, y'all. So thanks everybody for your time. I'm trying to fix it where I'll do a live Monday through Friday from like 11 to however long it takes, how long the live be. So you can kind of, set your alarm. Set your bell for alert from 11 to whatever time, pretty much within an hour, hour and a half. We don't want to make it too long. All right, family. Have a blessed day. Thanks, everybody.